If you have 2 or more of the same kind of pens that are stained, don't fit, or you don't like them anymore, you can try to combine them. In this case we have these track pens that are too big on me and the other ones have stains on them. For this you will need a sewing machine, scissors, some pins, a thin crochet needle, a seam ripper, sewing thread and a safety pin. So there are different ways to combine the pens. If you mind the stains that are set into the pens, you can hide the stains into the seam or replace them with the other pens. If you choose to combine the pens horizontally, you can take your scissors instead of the seam ripper. Then you cut the pens where you want to combine them and add 1 centimeter allowance before you cut them. In this video we combine the pens together vertically, so to do that we remove the stitch of the crotch. So pick your seam ripper and unpick the stitch by picking up the thread and ripping it. The inner hook of the seam ripper has a knife that rips the stitch. You can try to rip the seam open and cut the thread with your seam ripper whenever you unpicked a bit. Try to remove some stitches while pulling the stitches apart from each other, but watch out you don't rip the fabric. When the stitch is fully removed, you can remove the cord from the side you don't prefer. And you cut the elastics or the waistband so you have the 2 halves. Do the same with the other pens. Luckily the orange pens are not lined up like the other one, so this will go a lot faster. Also here, whenever you pick a few stitches, you can try to pull the stitches further apart from each other and remove the rest with your seam ripper. With the waistband you take out the reverse side of what you did with the other pens. So with the green pens I want to do right, so I have to do left with this one. Clean the seam from leftover threads and after reverse one of the legs you want to combine it with. And put the other pens with the right side into the reverse leg. Take your pins and pin the waistband on waistband and crotch on crotch. Try to match up the inner leg seams as much as possible, but it could be that one crotch is lower than the other one. If so, try to spread out the fabric a bit lower on top of each other, so there are at least no pleats in the seam. And this is your pin seam. Now prepare your sewing machine. Stitch the seam with a 1 centimeter allowance or more whenever you place the crotch lower. For the waistband you can only stitch 1 layer of the fabric, which is the outside of the waistband. Now take out your pins. And now the seam is still unraveling, so for that we can use a closed zigzag stitch to stop the seam from unraveling further. After that you cut off the rest of the cord and pin the cord down into the pens, so you don't lose them into the waistband. Fold the inside of the waistband onto each other and top stitch it so it's closed and the cords are stuck in the seam. Stitch it down where you place the pins and then tack it down where the waistband connects. Now for the other pair of legs, you can still combine them together, so you have 2 new pairs of pants and no waist. The only thing is that you missed the cord in the other waistband, so we can use the trick where you place the cord back in with a safety pin. For that we hook the safety pin into the cord and push it into the waistband, and make sure you don't open the safety pin while it's in your waistband. Whenever that happens you can try to grab the last part of the cord with a small crochet needle by hooking the needle into the cord. Pull the thread further when it comes out from the end and attach the cord on the back. Do the same with the cord on the other side and finish it off again by folding and stitching the edges of the fabric back onto each other. And this is the result. From the front and from the back and the other pair. So you have 2 new pants, and of course you can do this with any kind of pants. So for example, these ripcord pants and a normal cotton pants together. I hope you like it and have fun. If you want to see more techniques, go to fixing.fashion, and if you are looking for a place that can repair and upgrade your clothes or want to set up a space, make sure to visit our global community map. And have fun!